Hi, it's Quinn once again for Fair RC. Today I'm super lucky to be unboxing for you a new release from FMS. It's the Toyota LC80 Land Cruiser on the brand new FCX18 platform. Now I think this is an important step in the evolution of FMS. Their first 18 scale vehicles were very highly detailed, but they did lack a bit in terms of performance and durability. They were very popular, however, with favorites like the K10, the Hilux, and the 6x6 Atlas. In order to address some of those performance issues, they released the FCX24 Power Wagon. Now, this truck is the truck that got me into mini crawling. It's the first mini crawler I bought. It addressed performance issues. It was embraced immediately by the RC community and also, most importantly, by RC parts manufacturers. So there are plenty of upgrades you can get for the FCX24 platform. The detail, however, was scaled back a bit. As the FCX24 developed, they released some new models. There's the Smasher monster truck, and then they also released a K5 Blazer. This is a very highly modified, way cool McHugh that Fair RC put out. I did an unboxing for this model. You can have a look at it at the link up there. Very cool. And now with the LC80, I think what they're trying to do is merge the high scale detail of the past and the performance of the present and meld them into one model. So today I'm going to unbox this for you. I'll show you what's in the box. I'll run over some of the features. I've also been polling on social media the kinds of things that people want to see, so I will answer as many of those questions as I can. Let's get started. Of course, there's the very nice styrofoam box that FMS always uses. We have a transmitter. This is a very popular transmitter. They have lots of customizability and they just work. We have a charger and we also have a little wheel wrench. And then the model. It is, as usual, very nice. I really like blue. It's my favorite color, and the two-tone is super awesome. Not sure if anybody else will have this problem, but in order to get the body off, I had to back this bolt out that's for the ladder on the back because the nut on the other side was preventing the body bolt from backing out all the way so that I could remove it. But it's 4 bolts, 2 in the front and 2 in the rear. The ones in the front were Phillips and the ones in the back were Hex, which is an interesting point. Let's look at some of the detail. Look at the nice little chrome logo for Toyota. Molded light buckets. The fender flares are not separate pieces. They are part of the body and painted matte black. We have molded side mirrors and then molded windshield wipers. Lots of little details. Look, it took me a while to realize this, but the back window even has defrost wire lines on it. There's a molded ladder, another little chrome logo on the back. This is the fully functioning spare. Then on the roof, this is a very sturdy roof rack. And then of course, the roof lights. On the other side, we have this nice snorkel attachment. Really beautiful body. There is some speculation that when you buy the interior, which will be optional, that it might come with clear windows, because there are some photos on the website that show the driver visible through the windows. Hopefully that's the case. That would be really sweet. Now I'll have a look at the chassis. I really like the way they put FMS on the back side and FCX18 on the aluminum chassis rails. The motor is a 180 as opposed to a 130 in the FCX24. The transmission looks to be exactly the same as in the FCX24. So for those who wanted to know if the 180 will fit in the FCX24, it looks like it probably will. There might be some limitations depending on the body. The ESC is a different model than is on the FCX24. It's much larger, has more options for lights, forward mounted battery tray. Again, I really like that they use the strap for that. The molded bumper attaches to the chassis rather than the body. It's got the fair lead for the winch and also some hoops for D-rings. The back bumper has a spot for the trailer hitch, and then also spots for D-rings here as well. FMS is going to be releasing, I think, 3 different types of trailers in 2 different colors. I think this is the only RTR that I'm aware of that comes, at least in this scale, 1/24th or 1/18th, that comes with metal links. And these actually look really good to me. It's nice that they're 2-piece, so they have ends that could be adjustable. I don't see any reason why you couldn't get these links, stick them on an FCX24, and extend the wheelbase. Of course, you'd have to get the same drive shafts as the FCX18 as well. But I think you could do that. Really nice chassis. Has the same portal axles as the FCX24 for clearance, up to 35 millimeters, they say, of clearance. Just a really nice layout too, nice and low. Sure, people will move things around as they get familiar with it, but I think from stock out of the box, it's a really nice layout. Here we have an FMS FCX24 and an FCX18 side by side. Here you can better see the difference in the wheelbase. The ESCs are different. This one is labeled FMS R3A and it's much smaller. The one in the FCX18 is labeled FS R4A3. So it's a different ESC. You can also see the difference in size of the motor. The FCX24 is 130, and in the FCX18, it's a 180. The transmission looks to be exactly the same, so I'm guessing you can probably put this 180 in an FCX24. It's a 2-speed transmission, so you'll get lots of low down torque and up high speed. A few people asked how the light bar was wired. Here you can see there is a hole that's been cut out of the sunroof that goes up to the light bar, and then the wires come out right here. You can see they're hot glued along the A pillar, and then they are connected to the headlight wires. One other question was whether The diffs are locked. They are definitely locked. The shock bodies are aluminum and they are threaded, so can be adjusted. The shock caps on the top are plastic, as well as the bottom. This is a stock FCX24 K5 Blazer with the awesome Highway Patrol mod applied by Fair RC. These come very wiggly out of the box, bouncy. People were curious what the LC80 was like with the oil-filled shocks. You can see, not bouncy at all. Look at that. Just settles. This is my Real Q McQ with the Batrazzi shocks. A little more give. And the LC80 FCX18. Very solid. There was actually a couple of videos I saw where people were talking about removing the springs on these so that there was a little more flex. You can see here that the weight of the truck doesn't always compress all the way the front shock before the rear lifts. Anyways, that's something that anybody can experiment with, but that's really solid. And of course, the requisite modulation test. Very good control. Everybody wants to know how things compare size-wise. CR18P Evo, Rock Hobby Bronx, FCX24, Blazer, FCX18 LC80. So you can see the bodies kind of vary. If we take the FCX24 out of the picture, when we look at body size, these three are pretty close. Wheelbase is a different story. Almost exactly the same for the CR18 and the FCX18. The Rock Hobby is a bit longer, but you can see they're pretty similarly sized. Then when you get the FCX24, in the mix, there's a much bigger difference in wheelbase. But this is the first time I lined them up. I was actually sort of surprised that these. Okay, so the CR18P has a little bit of a, well, that's just a bigger wheel. Very close in size and body length. Body width, the FCX18 is a little wider. Not that this has any real world relevance whatsoever, but everybody loves a drag race. Stock FCX24 versus stock FCX18. It won't do a standing wheelie, but it'll do a reverse wheelie. conclusion, I think FMS pulled it off. They have a very capable crawling chassis, and they've combined it with a highly detailed and appealing scale body. The addition of the larger motor makes a big difference. The aluminum links and steering links, I think, are a great addition that you don't often see in an RTR. Performance is really good out of the box. The only couple gripes I have is I wish they would have made the body easier to remove for those of us who want to tinker around with the internals. I think it sits a little bit too high for the weight of the body and just scale. But that's something that can easily be changed. So all in all, this is a great truck. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it, and I can't wait to see what some of the really great modders do to get it to perform at a very high level. As always, I really appreciate you tuning in and watching. Fair RC does as well. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell so you don't miss out on any new great content. And once again, it's Quinn signing off for Fair RC. Thanks for watching.